Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It is Wednesday morning, and for those of you that follow me on Instagram, etc., you probably know that I've been broken down since Monday morning. I had a huge noise in the rear end, and I got to a buddy of mine's shop in Moab, pulled apart the rear axle of the truck, the rear third member, the gears, and my pinion bearing was no good. And while I was in there, I discovered that a new set of axles that I put in from Nitro Axles was twisted. I twisted an axle. So that puts a real damper on things right now. So I repaired the pinion bearing. I put the entire third member back together. I put the axle back in, even though it's twisted. But now I am basically limping to a friend of mine's shop, to a guy I know's shop in Colorado Springs. And hopefully we can get this repaired here so I can get this thing back east. This is the most catastrophic failure that I've ever had on the road, and it all stemmed from doing an upgrade. I put these new axles in believing that it would make the truck stronger because these are aftermarket, they're made in America, etc., etc. Turns out I should have stuck with made in Japan. At any rate, so I've been in Moab with a terrible cell phone signal because the cell phone signals out west are horrendous. So there's that. But check this out, and I got a lot of good footage while I've been screwing around with no vehicle. Don't come to Moab in the summertime. I never do. The only reason I ended up in Moab the last 3 days is because I was in Colorado, and with the problem I was having, Moab Motorsports was my closest option, so I went there. So there's that. But man, it is hot like you read about. But check this out. The one good thing I did notice is that the skies at night were pretty amazing in the summertime. I've never seen Moab in the summer. I saw shooting stars go from here to here in the sky 3 separate times, the exact same spot. 1, 2, 3. So what I was seeing wasn't space debris, and it wasn't a star burning out. What I was seeing was angelic, or I don't know exactly how it works, demonic movement in the sky. One of the two. But they were coming from what appears to be the Milky Way to the west, to the west, to the west. 3 of them, same distance, same location. I don't think I got it on video, but I might have. I really tried. I've got a ton of footage. I've also got a long 20-minute video where I just climb up the side of a cliff and I take the camera with me, so you might enjoy that. For those of you that have never actually been in the desert in the summertime. But here's something that I really wanted to cover. First of all, I made that video about Joe Rogan and 𝗵𝗿𝗀𝗱 and all the alien deception and all that. Within 1 minute of putting that video up, I get hit with a copyright by Joe Rogan, and YouTube monetizes my video. So 10 years on YouTube, 340,000 subscribers before they completely shut that off. No copyrights, no guideline strikes. YouTube decides to demonetize my channel. But if someone like Joe Rogan, who's pushing the staged alien invasion, wants to monetize one of my videos, my channel's more than eligible. Isn't that awesome? We're living in a time where freedom of speech is out the window, and if you try to point out anybody else, they can actually gain off of you. I mean, it's insane. But here's the deal. I have got the craziest footage of clouds that I've never seen before in my entire life, from basically Illinois over to Colorado. And those will be up soon, hopefully, if the creek don't rise and the good Lord's willing. But I was videotaping straight up red clouds in Colorado. And with the Amazon rainforest on fire, it answers my question that I asked in 2017. Why did Harvard decide to tell people they're going to start spraying the sky when they've been doing it all along anyway? Because my best guess back then was they're probably going to start spraying so bad that people might actually notice it. So at least if they say, oh, we're experimenting, they cover their own ass. Does that make sense? Well, now that they've ignited the Amazon jungle, the lungs of the planet, they're going for broke. This is it. They're doing this. They're going to damage the planet so bad that people will beg for little green men to come in. And it appears they've got that covered as well. So everyone's in for a really rough ride. It's coming. And the worst part about it is most people don't even care or don't even notice whatsoever at all. They're burning off the Amazon. I drove through Monarch Pass or Monarch Peak. It's a mountain, 12,000 feet tall in Colorado, and literally 6 to 7 out of every 10 trees was dead, which basically means that will be on fire soon. You know what I mean? They're just filling the entire sky. It's unbelievable to me. Absolutely unbelievable to me, and nobody seems to care. So be ready, be prepared. The only warning you're going to get is from people like myself and other channels like me on YouTube. And very, very soon, that will be a thing of the past as well. So be ready, people. I'm heading to Red Line Land Cruisers in Colorado Springs. Hopefully we can get this thing patched up so I can drive it the 2,300 miles home. Hopefully. A lot of people have been praying for me. A lot of people have been helping out. And I appreciate it. With prayers and advice and such. So I really do appreciate it. It matters. It really does matter. Say a prayer. If you don't pray, start praying. No one needs to know. But the funny thing is, I've said this before, I'll say it again. When you do start praying, when the Holy Spirit does enter you, when you do feel God's presence, when a prayer is answered, you want to tell everybody. Or don't. Richie from Boston. I got a lot of good videos coming up. Hopefully I can get some of them put up tonight. Once I'm out of the desert. The desert. Oh, the desert in the summertime. Not a good place. Richie from Boston. I'm out.